Well, hello there, beautiful humans, and welcome to Antie's Adventure Assortment. I finally found some bleachers that don't have asphalt underneath them. Now, it has pea gravel underneath it, but maybe I'll manage to find something. I'm going to turn you around and show you. There are 3 sets of bleachers here. So this is a high school, and the football field here, there's some benches over there. That'll be interesting. And 3 sets of bleachers, so let's get to creeping underneath, shall we? I'm getting a ton of overload signals from these iron supports, but look here, I've got a surface find, a spoon. I do really well with the cutlery. I think this is just going to be a dollar store spoon, but if it's anything fabulous, I'll let you know. My first signal is a bottle cap. I hope that's not an indication of things to come. You know you're treasure hunting with Auntie when you find the dreaded foil bottle seal. I want a coin so bad. Well, I'm just along the side of the bleacher. I did the margin there behind it and found trash. And now I've got a little coin spill. I've got a zinc penny and a 2015 dime, so 11 cents in one hole. I won't kick at that. There's also a piece of foil, which made it a really weird signal. But it was loud, so I dug it. I had to reopen my plug because there was more. I found this penny, which is as shiny and white as a dime, but there are the leaves. And a loony dollar, which is slick. At least I think it's a loony. Oh, I kissed it with a shovel, darn it. It's absolutely slick. I think I can see the bust there. That looks like the queen. Oh yeah, there's the queen there. But the back of it, wow, that's slick. Still, I've got $1.12. Huh, very cool. I don't know what age the pennies are. This one's definitely zinc. This one looks copper, but I can't just see the date. Hang on a second. It looks like 1985, but I might be wrong. So it should be copper. Very cool. I'm on board with coins. Yay! Moving on. Oh, I kissed this one too, darn it. This one's copper. And it looks like 1981. I'll take it. Strange signal though. There might be something else in the hole. I'll check. Maybe I'll get 2 coin spills in a row. That'd be nice. This loony is in a lot better condition. I can read that it's a 2006. And yeah, it was down, what's that? A couple of inches. And ringing up mid-tone on my Fisher F44, I'd say 46. But it was a nice, solid, neat, repeatable sound. There's not much repeatable here. There's a lot of can slaw and junk, but I'm persevering because I'm getting some coins. Our modern clad coins sound like absolute rubbish. This was like iron, 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 copper. So who knows? I know there's a lot of steel with just a little bit of nickel over top. This one looks like 2003. Still, I'll take it. It's spendable. Here's another one of those pennies that, you know, they're so white on the edges they look like dimes. And darn it, I scratched this one as well. I am on some kind of roll with this scratching the coins. I will excuse myself because the ground is rock hard. We haven't had much rain, so it's very difficult to dig with the hand shovel, and I don't have my big shovel. I don't bring my big shovel into schoolyards or parks. I save that for the beach. And if I ever get to hunt a field. Anyway, it looks like a zinc penny. I'm not going to worry about it. And here's another one. See how white they come out? It must be some fertilizer or something that's corroding them that way. I'll see what they are. I have a feeling this is zinc too. It was very jumpy. The copper pennies come up with a really nice hit, unless they're on edge or in the hole with a nail. This was another one of those messy signals that was iron, 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 nickel, iron, 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 nickel. And you can see why it's an iron nickel. I can only tell it's a nickel by the size, but I'll take it. I don't dig many nickels, so thank you very much, schoolyard. I think somebody has been here before me. That looks like a plug to me. They must be really lousy metal detectorists. I think this is another one. No, that's just a dead patch. Maybe a dog peed there. They must be rotten detectorists because I'm getting a ton of coins. But the coins I'm getting are the funky ones. So whether somebody's been around here picking for gold or silver coins, or, well, there won't be silver coins here. This school is from the 1990s. But if they're cherry picking for older coins that ring up solid, then they're missing out on a lot. I'm already, like close to 250 in clad, including this penny, which, true to form, I've scratched. This one looks copper to me. It was a very funky signal because there was a piece of foil in the plug with it. So it just goes to show you, if you know your detector, the way I know my sweet old Fisher F44, you get to know its little ways. And if it grunts like iron and then chirps to either a mid-tone for nickel or a 66 or something like that for copper, then I'm going to dig it, because chances are it's Canadian clad. And sometimes I win and find a solid coin, which is a pleasure. Let me check the date here. 1989. So this is solid copper. Thank you very much. Here's another funky coin. It's a 1980 nickel, looking just fine, thank you. And it was in the plug with the foil top for plum sauce. So of course it sounded bad. And it was down 3.5 inches. So maybe somebody was just shooting for what they could get with their pinpointer. My pinpointer didn't hear this, so I had to dig. I'm glad I did. Thanks very much. I got a 2-penny spill right here by the curb. 1980 and 1989, so those are both copper as well. Haha. Happy. I like pennies. The more copper pennies I dig, the closer I am to paving the ensuite in my cottage. I thought I had another coin spill, but it's a 1991 penny and a washer. Oh well. This one was pretty close to the surface. My pinpointer did read it. And it's a 1975. I don't know if you can see that, but wow, has that been whacked. Has that ever been whacked with a lawnmower? There's no way I could put that in the pop machine. 25 cents though, I'll take it. That would look pretty funny in a coin roll, wouldn't it? I think I'll have to make a collection of oddball coins. This is going to be one of them. I'm a little bit angry now. This is another one of those plugs left over by whoever. And it had a signal in it. And it's the bottom of a can. So what these people are doing is they're finding signals, they're digging them, and if they're trash, they're just closing them up. Not cool. Clean up after yourselves, people. Another coin spill, and I had to work for it. This dime was about 6 inches down. And it had no right to be because it's a modern clad. So all I can think is that the ground has been manipulated. And I believe this is another nickel. It's getting dark, so I really can't see. Oh yeah, I think I see the beaver. Yep, another nickel. Wow, I think this is a 4 nickel day for me. I've never had a 4 nickel day. And on that note, I think I'm going to have to quit because it's getting dark and I am super thirsty. So I'll catch up with you at the roundup. Welcome back, beautiful humans. This is the roundup of my hunt at the school, the high school. I think I did pretty well. I did find some trash, lots of foil, some chunks of can wrappers. Yeah, this is a piece of plastic bottle. Foil bottle seals. Boy, I hate those things. A little bit of rusty metal. It's not a school hunt without a pencil end. Found some pull tabs, a little piece of aluminum, a zipper pull. That's typical. It's really rusted. I found a spoon on the surface. It's just a dollar store spoon. And this thing, I didn't know what it was when I picked it up, but by goodness, it's a whistle. It was all mashed up. I bent it back as straight as I could without breaking it. And it looks like it says Jabu, J-A-B-U or J-A-B-O. I'm not sure. I need to research that. It's lost the P that was in there to make it, rattle when it whistles, but that's what it is. I guess Coach lost his whistle many years ago by the look of it. And I found heaps of coins. Oh my goodness, so many coins. A couple of toonies, they both happen to be 2006. This is the one that I said was so slick. Now that I've got it washed, I can see. Or was this the slicky? It doesn't really matter. They're both in about the same condition, both 2006. 3/4, 2003, pretty rusty. 1999, that's a fun one. Look at that. That's one of the pre-millennium quarters. Looks like a children's drawing. That's so cute. And my 1976, which has been whacked by the lawnmower and given a really interesting curve. Look at that. That'll never fit in any coin slot again, or in a coin roll. I think I'm stuck with that one. I might have to start a jar of oddball coins, and I think this will be the first in there. 2 dimes, 2000 and heaven knows what, clad in terrible condition, and a 2015 that looks all right. And I've never had a 5 nickel day before. I've got 2009, a horrid 2007. What a mess. You can see the beaver's tail on his log, and that's all there is to it. The poor queen is staring into a deep fog. And then things get better. This 1998 has lost all its gloss. But it's still sharp. And then the 80 in just fine shape, thank you. A little weird toning on it. And a 1979. Same thing. So the old coins look better by far. I got a bunch of pennies, some zincs, a 2000 and heaven knows what again, 2010, 11, 12, 13, blah, blah, blah. Can't tell. 2000 and can't tell. 2001. Nasty. 1998, nasty. 1997, nasty. Then the copper pennies, which look grand. 1991, two 1989s, a 1983, 1982, 1981, and the oldest coin, except for my goofy quarter, is the 1980 penny, which has some corrosion on the leaves, but is otherwise in good shape. I love the copper pennies. Zinc, not so much. Yeah, give me the solid coins any day. Solid nickel. I think that's solid nickel. Definitely solid nickel. Copper. Yeah, the clad coins really turn ugly when they're underground. Look at that huge rust pimple. That's a rust carbuncle. Anyway, I've been on that hobby horse before, so I won't bore you with it. So I'm glad to report that I think that's the most coins I've found in a hunt yet. Except maybe the time I hunted the elementary school and got 17 copper pennies in one area, about 3 feet square. Anyway, it was lots of fun, and I'm going to go back there soon. So stay tuned, and I'll let you know what I find that time. Till then, here's Auntie, waving goodbye. See you soon.